bun. I'm in motion. I'm in motion. It's a beautiful day. Look at the sun is out. What day is it? It's Tuesday. When you ain't got nowhere to be and you ain't got no one to answer to, you don't even remember what day it is. Every day is Friday, man. Hit that like button. I appreciate you guys. I had lunch right now. Ooh, man. Salinas City Barbecue. Whew. Absolutely smacks. Absolutely smacks. That's the barbecue place, if you didn't know, in Salinas. It's Salinas City Barbecue, man. Do me a favor, though. Hit that like button. We'll be on probably about until 1 o'clock, man. I appreciate everyone that's already tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like, man. What came across my feed, two things. One was that case with, his name was Rodney Hinton, right? I believe he was out of Ohio. That's a crazy pinchy case, man. It's very, very, very unfortunate. And there's a lot to dissect out of that case, because it's not just a cut and dry thing. And again, I think the young man's name was Rodney Hinton Jr. And that the tragic part is he pretty much just threw his life away. He took out a cop. Gente, he whacked the cop. Okay. That's pretty much his life right there, right? It's gone, right? But the lo que le andaba doliendo el pinche corazón, the dude, was his son. Again, another tragedy. It's a tragedy no matter what if someone loses their life. We're not talking yet about who's in the right, who's in the wrong. No, none of that. But it's just a tragedy that this shit even had to happen in the first place. So let's go ahead and talk about that story. I appreciate everyone. That's right, Salabo 831, my boy. I just had lunch right now at the remember the West Market Arby's. Remember was it Arby's? No, Arby's. Cabrón. Um, Salina City Barbecue, but I was trying to, Smalley's Roundup Way. That was the old school name of the joint, right? I had lunch right now. It was all brisket and frijoles way, because, we're dieting, so no bread, no garlic, none of the other shit. But anyways, it's smack, cabron. Orale, I appreciate you, my boy. Whack 100, that's right, my boy. Hit that pinchy like. The exposers. Shout out to all the exposers, man. I'm telling you, the internet is one of those places that's the last place you want to be when there's a skeleton in the closet, like messing with the 16-year-old. We ain't gonna go there, right? Anyways, this Rodney Hinton case, it's crazy. There's so many dynamics to it. And in the end, right now, they're just playing videos of Rodney Hinton, and making him the martyr, making him the hero, right? I was born by the river, putting all these videos of that. But let's talk about exactly what really did happen in the case, man. The first thing that happened in this case was there was a high-speed chase with his son. The son was riding dirty, getting away, and allegedly had a piece or had a firearm. Now, let's talk about this for a second. Your average teenage boy is not going to be riding dirty, no L's, in a high-speed chase from the police with a burner on him. That's just not. That's just, and I'm not laughing to make fun of the situation, but shit, man. That's just not what your typical teenager is doing. Your typical teenager is in school, right? On the path to try to smash some goals and handle business, right? Or like the judges used to tell us back in the day. The judges in juvenile court back in the day used to tell us to join the Marines. Like Paco and shit. The judges used to tell us to join the Marines. That's what normal, youngsters are doing, striving to get their career, striving to become who they're gonna become in life, right? The first bit of advice I always get is get the bag first, because once you get the bag, then it won't solve all your problems, but it solves tons of them, tons of problems, right? A lot of stuff is money based. A lot of relationships are money based. A lot of why we do negativity is money based. Get the bag, youngster. So the youngster was in a high speed chase. It was all bad. Okay. And when he jumped out, I seen the video. When he jumped out of the ride, I couldn't tell. It's hard to see if he's clutching something. I don't know if he's holding a blower in his waist as he's running away. Again, I'm not saying that to justify absolutely anything. What's wrong is always right. There's been a lot of situations where cabrones, I don't know where they're learning this from. I'm probably from the last generation that got taught by the older heads what to do, what not to do. When the jig was up, man. When they kicked down the door, they raided. When they swatted us and surrounded the car, it was over. Like, what are you gonna do? We ain't gonna turn into Selena's pinche, that one, la que mató a Selena, and be on the phone for an hour crying and all kinds of just weird shit, right? When it's over, it's over. You knew what we were doing, right? But now you got the power of social media. Well, all of a sudden, social media has, and it's powerful. It's powerful. It can get, I mean, look at change.org. A lot of petitions on change.org change the game up. I gotta drop off some dry cleaning. Go to the south side, gente. It was all bad. They ended up unaliving his son, man. His son is no longer here on this earth. Now the dad, in his process of grieving and processing this information, goes and does something that is absolutely senseless. Why do I say that? Well, Mikey, an eye for an eye. People always get stuck on that eye for an eye shit, right? Eye for an eye for an eye. It's like me, if I was referring back to how I used to think and how I used to do things, gang banging. Like what the homies would think, what the homies would do. But I've evolved since then. So I don't think so. When people say an eye for an eye for an eye, that's why we got the new covenant. The new covenant did away with the old covenant. So I ain't supposed to think of putting a fierro inside somebody or putting 9 bullets in someone's chest. You're supposed to do, because you know to do better. Anyways, I'm gonna take you with me. Let's go drop off some dry cleaning, gente. The dad processing the information loses it, man. Absolutely loses it, gente. Hold on. Little piece on this stuff. Okay. What's up, Whack 100? When they kick down the door, like when I kicked down the garage door, he said. Gee, Whack 100, man. I know they're throwing that at the hater world right now. They're bringing it up that he did not know how to act when he was on that live. I mean, it was just, there's levels to it, man. When you get someone that has a street IQ that's just way higher than your street IQ, I mean, way higher, you're going to get manipulated. You're going to get used. You're going to get clowned on. I don't even think he's come back from that. Shit. But you owned him. I will say that you did own that conversation 100%. Everlasting base, that's right, my boy. I appreciate you, cabrón. Dry herb voter. Impeach Trump again. Yeah, they're probably gonna they tried to impeach him last time, I think like 3 times, maybe 4, 5, 6 times, and it's all clickbait because there's so many levels for it to happen, right? Like so many levels. I mean, pretty much got to do a Clinton to get that shit done. What's going on, my man? Just dropping off.
for dry clean or laundry?
I'll let you pick. I don't know. Some of it's prom clothes. Otro is day-to-day stuff. Es una capirotada, man.
You want
George,
the white for laundry?
why not?
Okay. The shirt's also, right? For
Sí,
laundry?
está bien. Está bien.
Anything else that's like for the prom or anything like that's for dry clean?
Yeah, that's right.
One
The
man
prom.
dry clean.
Pinche prom. And they had it all the way out in Gilroy, too, the Salinas High one. I was like, gotta go out there at midnight on Hecker Pass, swerving
Laundry,
at midnight.
laundry.
Team Rider G. I want to do some workouts with Rider G. I feel like hitting them up. Hey, let's do some collab workouts. Just workouts. Yeah, it's all good. Where you at? I'm on the south side, man. I'm with the dry cleaners. Lunchtime. Lunch is over, man. I had good lunch. Salinas City Barbecue, cabron. I think that's the best in Salinas barbecue place. We'll get back to Rodney Hinton right now. Give me a second after. Georgie, can you beat up Gunner? We got something special in September. Something real special the day of the Canelo fight. Absolutely free. I'm cooking up something good for you guys.
2, 3 pullovers.
There you go. It's gonna be card.
For the car, 72.70.
Hit me, brother.
You can tap over here.
Beautiful. Thank you, brother. Es todo. Yeah, wait for September 12th. We got something cooking for September 12th, you guys.
You want a copy of the card receipt or just a regular?
Just a regular.
Give me a moment.
Come on.
And here are your 2 receipts, and they'll all be ready for you.
Hey, I appreciate you. Ándale pues. Thank you much.
You will
Do I-
call the bag is yours.
¿Lo llevo? Okay, thank you. That's right, gente. That's right. Appreciate you, cabrones. I'm on the south side. Let me see. It's Save On Cleaners. I like coming over here. Well, one, they're Christian. I mean, they're Christian cabrones. So we gotta help out the people that love the Lord. And I'm on the south side, man. I just had to keep it down a little bit. Let's go back to about Robert Hinton, man. A crazy fucking case, man. Crazy case. Hit that like, though, man. Hit that pinchy like. It's free. I promise. I ain't gonna charge you for that like. Promise. A promise is a promise. Put this over here, cabrón. Bam. This is Mom's Rosary, too, man. This is I hung this up in the ride. Mom's Rosary. She was praying with that rosary forever. Ever. And I hung that rosary right here. You can't even see it, but it's kind of like rusted out, man. It's kind of, oh, you can't see it. It's rusted. It's rusted out. Moms must have been praying with this thing for I don't know how many years. And now Mom is just taking care of me. Let's get back to Robert Hinton. Oh, what do you think about that video with the one gorilla and the 100 Chicanos? We're going to take that gorilla out. Ain't got a chance. I never said he had a chance. Nothing like that. I said we just need all hitters, no chavalas, to go straight at that gorilla. All hitters, right? But the people that were commenting, well, cohetes and fierros. The youngsters don't even know what a butterfly knife is, huh? They never even seen one. I had one, maybe 2 of those. We used to buy those butterfly knives. You remember the little motion? You just kick back like this. With the butterfly knife, I see just playing with it, right? We used to buy those even at the Goodwill. The Goodwill used to have those butterfly knives and shit. Well, you could buy at the Goodwill back in the day, huh? Let's get back to Rodney Hinton. Look, gente, what the son did, he was dirty. Again, I'm not saying this is a justification for anyone to lose their life. At the end of the day, I give that up to God, man. I don't even like stepping on a pinchy fucking ant. Una hormiga. If I see it, hey, I'm not stepping on nothing. I said, I'm going to leave all that up to God. But look, the son, I know for sure was riding dirty. He was doing what he does, right? Maybe he was just bumping some King Von and just riding, you know, doing what he does, right? Again, recklessly, carelessly, fast lane life, lost his life, man. Unfortunately, right? Now, a lot of people say, well, you know, your children are a reflection of your parenting skills, of your parenting. I agree. And then there's examples to counter that as well. Like, look at King David in the Bible. You're talking about King David. Come on. The branch of Jesse. You're talking about who the Lord's lineage came from, right? When he messed up with Bathsheba and he killed Uriah the Hittite, the Lord said, the sword is never going to leave your house now. Never. It's always going to be in your house porque hiciste una pendejada y una mamada. You could be the king, and that don't mean that your children are all going to fly straight. You could be the king, right? Anyways, that's just one example. We can go down that road a lot. So some people will blame the dad. Hey, what is the dad doing? Because there's some strict dads, tough disciplinarian dads, that they see anything loose, they will whoop that ass straight. There's still some of those dads that are still around, right? That wouldn't have that. And we do have a lot of dads right now. We don't have to just throw it all on the dads, but parents, we can say parents, that don't parent their children. They want to be their children's friend. I'm the cool one. And then when they since they're the cool parent or the cool one, then they feel out of place to try to discipline the kid and whoop the kid's ass because you're trying to be the kid's best friend. What happened to teach your children that way they don't commit the same errors and mistakes? Instead, we want to kick back with children. We want to roll one up. We want to sip one. Now, of course, if you're 21, which is, you know, or even on both, right? Both of them are legal at a certain age. I'm not the judge or the jury on none of that shit. But you get my message. Instead of us trying to get the kids straight like, oh, hell no. You get into my son would automatically know, you get into a high-speed chase, get caught with the banger, don't come home. Don't come home. Because home is the last place. You're going to get it worse from me than you're going to get it from the fucking jail and all the years that you got to do. Don't come home. I stay with that stance, and he'll know that, okay, once he gets out, it's still, you know, we got to pick up that conversation where we left off. I'm still not okay with it. So anyways, Rodney Hinton decided to grab his ride, processing everything. He had saw the video. He had already had a little bit of time to process things, saw the video, didn't want to wait out the process, didn't want to wait it out and see what things were going to happen, what was going to transpire, jumped in the ranfla. It's another Chicano word, ranfla. Everyone's like, what the hell is Mikey, what's ranfla? What's ranfla? I'm holding the comb the whole time. I'm OCD. Broche got to be straight. Okay. He jumped in the ranfla. He jumped in the ride. And he basically plowed down an officer. Now, some people, again, are making him the hero, the martyr, Rodney Hinton, right? He's the martyr. He's the hero. To each his own. You got opinion. Don't let no one shut your mouth. You're going to say what you're going to say. Motherfuck everyone else. I say stand on it. And when you say it proud with your chest and own it. Life is too short. Forget trying to be a people pleaser. Forget trying to be a photocopy. You say exactly what you got to say, and you say it loud. Okay? So some people are hailing him on social media. You know, he's the martyr with all these martyr songs, you know. Born by the river. See, most of the oldies are just, they're soldies. They're not oldies. They're soldies. Because these cabrones sang it from the depths of their soul, right? That's one of those songs that I was born by the river. I can't sing for shit. Never said I could. Anyways, he decided to plow down an officer. I don't want to say an eye for an eye or whatever was going through his head, but that was it was senseless in the sense that that officer was a retired viejo. He was a retired viejo. Didn't need to keep serving. He's just one of these cabrones that, shit. We get so, I think a lot of people get so used to the 9 to 5, the 4 hour, the 8 hour grind that they still need something to do. Right? They feel inadequate. They feel bored at home and so what do? They get the pension check, but it wasn't really about retiring, get the pension check. It's about staying active. Keep your mind moving and going and being involved in something. This dude is retired getting money from his pension y toda la chingada, all that stuff, right? He didn't need to be where he was that day, nor did he know that that day, again, pensioned up, didn't need to be out there serving as a police officer. He was already retired. The cabron was retired. He didn't know that that was going to be his last day on earth, because there was a dad who was trying to process that his son got unalived by law enforcement officers, and he decided to take one out in this very horrible, tragic case. Now, if you notice, I want you to notice this. Not one time in this little 20-minute live that we have right now did I ever mention race. Because I keep saying, man, unless you don't know who Martin Luther King is, unless you never even heard of him, which you'd have to literally be under a rock or I don't know what you want to say, he undid all that shit. I understand that race is an internet fucking gimmick in order to get views and likes and subscribers and clickbait and all that shit, right? Which is a bad thing, because it's not like you're helping the raza putting out anything positive. But like that one YouTube handle says, positivity doesn't sell. It doesn't. So yeah, if you're trying to get something off the shelf, which is selling something, then positivity ain't gonna be it. But I do this shit because one day, my kids will watch this, or the youngsters at the camp or the juvenile hall, they have tablets now, they watch YouTube. They always ask me about these pendejos and stuff like that, and I just gotta keep it a buck with them, man, and give it to them exactly what it is. No, most of them are clout chasers. No, most of them are just in it for the numbers. No, most of them ain't in it for nothing else, just the bag. Okay, Rodney Hinton. Last thoughts, man. Last thoughts on Rodney Hinton. Okay. It's daytime, it's here, and it's night. Damn, alone dark. That's right, cabrón. Love your car seats. No, I don't. I got a 2010 ride, man. I'm a frugal dude, man. I ain't into buying shit. The credit that I got, they'd probably give me anything. I will drive off the lot with anything. I don't say that to boast, but I got an old 2010 ride, man. I'm not into having things. I'm not into dressing up, nothing. Soy de rancho, güey. At the end of the day, soy de rancho. So don't get that twisted, man. I'm going to need my wrench. There's a couple more. Damn, man. I don't know what happened, man. Let me see. Oh, guess what? Everlasting Base. I forgot. I'm on YouTube Live, so I'm not going through OBS or none of the softwares. I just wrenched you up, my boy. I don't know what happened with that, man. Sometimes the wrenches get crazy. They start doing pegadas, and you know how it is, my boy. My bad. All right, let's wrap up these thoughts with Rodney Hinton, gente, on this tragic situation. What the dad did, was that right? Two wrongs don't make a right. The son wiling out, absolutely did not merit the dad wiling out. It's just one descontrolado and then another descontrolado coming behind it. When is someone gonna stop the cycle? Give me a second, Ante. Give me a second. One second, Ante. Two wrongs don't make a right, man. Because now you got two tragedies. And then what about the dad, Rodney Hinton Jr.? His parents, his grandparents, if they're still alive and all that. Look at all this damage that happened, man. Let's get back to the race thing. And then we're going to finish it up like this. The cabrones that use the race card, it's real prevalent on social media. It's really strong on the internet. All it does, anytime you talk about race, is further emphasize a divide. I mean, Morgan Freeman gave the best answer to how you end racism. The best answer. And some people don't like his answer. That's Morgan Freeman. I mean, you're talking about Oscar, Emmy, Grammy, award winning mega actor. Not just that, he has a voice that cabron does voiceovers and nails them because he just has a gift from God. It's a voice, right? He narrates documentaries. He said the way you get rid of racism is stop talking about it. And us Mexicanos, it's hard, man. It's hard. Hey, that vato over there, hey, is he Mexican? That's on the internet. That's the brown people going after other brown people on the internet. You know what I mean? Hey, that vato over there, is he Mexican? It's like, why is that automatically? It's the tribalism. It's in our blood. It's we gotta do away with that. First, acknowledge that is there. It's a problem. Now I'm done with that shit. I'm not mentioning race anymore, right? I never mentioned, not once in 27 minutes on this live right now, I never mentioned anyone's race because I think that it doesn't matter. Again, people get mad at me. Wow, Mikey, what do you mean it doesn't matter? Our people have, I get it, man. Trust me, I get it. But what I mean that it doesn't matter is I'm not going to reprogram something in my head that I already done took out. See, everything that I do now, the way I live my life, right? I wake up in the morning, working out, eating healthy, praying, doing affirmations throughout the day. All of this stuff, I knew before it was even popular to teach on the fucking internet or social media. I knew that from what I've been through and the places I had to be and the adversity I had to overcome, and I'm not saying it's this crazy old pinchy story or anything like that, right? I'm just saying it is what it is. The members only know it. I knew that if I could just make it out of the situation, if I could just survive, you know what I mean? Keep flying straight, don't do no one dirty, handle your business. And if I get a date and I hit the bricks, I knew there was not any room of any kind of people on planet Earth that I could be in and that I would feel less confident or less inferior to. That was not gonna happen because of what I've been through. These cabrones have silver spoons. They have feria. They're born with feria. They have silver spoons in their pinche bocas. They grew up in the suburbs, and I'm not knocking anyone that did. Shut up, Ray Chicano. My best man right there, my best boy. Shout out to you, cabron. Grew up in the suburbs. Used to get it a little bit harder because you walk from the suburbs, cabron, but you always did what you had to do, way. I never felt inferior to nobody knowing, okay, in the situations that I've been, motherfuckers have cracked, broken, given up, or even worser, pointing fingers, going out ass backward, and causing their families to be targets the rest of their lives because they're selfish and they're cowards. But again, that's different. That's Chicano Street TV. Don't get the channels twisted, cabrón. I knew because I survived certain situations, I could be in a room full of fucking güeros And I'm talking about which I am now to this day. I go into rooms with güeros, and these guys have 8, 9 figure portfolios. I sell their commercial units. I sell their income generating properties. I sell their most valuable assets because they know I'm a motherfucking shark. That's it. I can put the most money in their pockets, and they fuck with me. But even if I didn't do that or help them, if I'm in the room and I just had a 9 to 5 job, I don't give a fuck. Again, any work that you do to put food on your table is honorable. Don't ever let someone tell you that it's not. This American kind of commercialism of what you need to be on social media is bullshit. People in Mexico are happier with a whole lot less shit, materialistic garbage. They're happier in Mexico. Remember one time I was driving through, it was Ensenada or Tecate or something like that, right? I was coming back from a wedding. Um, it was 2 detectives out of Salinas, and they flew me out there, right? Him and her, they flew me out there, and it was just a little south of the border. I was driving down this little dirt road, man. Here I am, me, Chicano. I just shot this wedding, just got paid. It was a great event. I just got to drive across the border, catch a plane. I'm driving down this road. It was Tecate, Rosarito, Ensenada, something like that. And there's these dirt storms. I mean, fucking dirt, wind storms, and dirt flying everywhere. I could barely see, right? Well, I could see, but there was this couple. This is when I found out what happiness is. This is what I found out what happiness is. There was this couple walking on the side of this dirt road, man. They had a child in their hand. Two, him and her, and they had a child. The child, he was holding his mom and dad's hands, right? In this dirt storm, wearing huaraches, and look like they just, I'm not saying they're rich, but look like they just had enough be happy and content walking down the side of the road. The dad is swinging the child. They're laughing. They're smiling. They're hugging each other. He leans over, kisses his wife. That's when I realized that happiness is a choice. Happiness is a choice, and that's the absolute opposite of what you'll get if you look at social media. People are paying thousands of. I'm not trying to knock the women. I'm not trying to knock the women, okay? They pay a lot of money so they could look a certain way. And I mean a lot, some, I guess, I don't know, would pay, and some look like they did pay a lot of money just to sway what people think about them. It's true. Would they do that? Now I'm saying all of them. But if there was no social media, just saying, would that's how you know when your actions are true to who you are, right? This fucking being now I'm used to being in front of the camera, but I never was used to being in front of the camera. But exactly what I'm doing now, dropped off some dry cleaning, ate some barbecue. Shout out to Salina City Barbecue. And now I'm over here visiting moms. Is the same thing I'd be doing with or without the social media, man. Artemanine, that's right. The wind was blowing. What did he say? He said a 50-50 yard. Something a little bit different. He used to put his fucking finger in the air, huh? Like the wind was blowing. Oh man, I'm not saying that shit wasn't funny. That shit was funny, man. But the YouTube Yarda Artie Marin, when it blew up, all of a sudden everyone was cool with each other at one point, right? Everyone was. Me, I didn't skip a beat when I came on here. I was just trying to see who's on here. And of course, I ain't checking people's paperwork because I don't give a fuck about that, man. I've already been a gang specialist for years. So I haven't changed one time on YouTube. I've kept it real since the beginning. But when the YouTube Yarda blew up was when all of a sudden everyone cared about their gang status. No, it's not a joke. That's what happened. When everyone, it seemed like, was checking everyone's paperwork, that's when the YouTube yarda blew up. And like American Cholo said, everyone started going after everyone's throats. Fierros start grabbing phone books, strapping phone books on you. Vámonos, man. And I never gave a shit about that then. I don't give a shit about that now, man. I'm trying to help the people, not hurt the people. Come on. Armari's laughing. He knows that's true, huh? Marty. Hey, didn't you tell? Hey, you fucking told? Hey, they said you wore a wire. Hey, they said you a 16-year-old girl? Oh, it's like it blew up, man. It blew up. I mean, American Cholo was saying this too. He was saying that I caught his little. He did like a little half-hour live, I think, yesterday. He was saying that the YouTube yarda's wild, right? That they're even calling in from behind the walls to jump on the YouTube yarda. O sea, the YouTube yarda, it's a California thing, gente. It's a California thing. It's other people don't even know what the fuck we're talking about. It is fantasy football. It's not real, but it's the guy's novela. Pretty much, it's palomitas. It's our novelas palomita, and no one is off limits. I've been hit on the YouTube yardas, and then I've been on freeze. I've been under investigation. I've been all of that, and again, shits and giggles, fantasy football. If you don't like it, really, you just hit the X. That's all you got to do. But shout out to OG, triple OG, man. Audio Tactics is National Geographic. I know that one year I had Muscle and Fitness magazine. I swore after that I was some kind of guru because I knew creatine, I knew resistance training, I knew plyos, I knew isolated workouts and all that stuff. I swore I was a guru, but you're right. The National Oh man, that's why I bought that acha at the Mexica, what is it called, festival. I was in San Jose last year, not this year. Last year it was the Mexica festival. That's right, San Ho Lifer. I see you, carnal. I was just talking about San Ho right now. San Ho Lifer jumps on here. Last year I bought that acha with the other fierro at the Mexica festival in San Jose. I did a little live video. The audio was choppy a little bit because it's 5G and there's so many people and it's an industrial area, right? I forget what Story and King. So I think it's east, right? I think it's east. I don't know. I mean, right now I have a couple properties in the Willow Glen area. So, and they're income generating properties for investors. I got some duplexes, triplexes. These are properties that you buy and automatically start cash flowing every month. One will get you 6 racks every month, 6 racks. Of course, we got to look at the NOI. Let's look at what those expenses will be, and I'll get you that net sheet so you can see what you're making every month. Another one is 9 racks every month. So I got a couple investment properties out in San Ho, man. But shout out to San Ho Lifer, man. That's mi hermano off this YouTube thing. This YouTube thing is a trip, carnal. It's a trip. We're just talking about the YouTube yarda. But no, going back to the Rodney Hinton case, gente, he took out a cop that was retired. He was off. I mean, he was already pensioned up, man. He didn't need to be volunteering with the Hudas anymore. He didn't need to. He was already getting a pension check, man. So what the dad did, 2 wrongs don't make it right. He took him out. And now they're saying, again, I haven't even mentioned one time in this 30-minute video race. Because to me, the race don't matter. That's old shit, man. I didn't know about that programming with race and none of that shit until I was 18. And they stuck me in K-Pod. And then it was like the tension was so thick. And then I realized, well, this is another level. This ain't no more que calle, where you from. This is a whole nother thing. So I unprogrammed myself. So anyways, the Rodney Hinton, he takes out an officer. Does that make it right? What about the officer's familia, man? That didn't think he was going to get mowed down and that he was going to come back home that day. Is that okay? I'm just saying, this ain't politics. Politics is a buzzkiller. Some people think it's a political channel. Absolutely not, man. The only politics we want to talk about is what's going to help the raza. Next Friday, gente, I'm going to be with Sheriff Chad Bianco. That's going to be a trip. I'm going to MC the RNHA, the Hispanic Assembly. They asked me to MC their private event. It's a private meet and greet. And it's going to be in Monterey, private location, but I posted it on my IG. I'm going to get to meet Sheriff Chad Bianco. He's running for governor next year. Next year, they're putting in the work right now. They're door knocking, going and talking to people. And I don't want to get into politics, but they're saying California could be flipped, and if it's flipped, whether you care or not or like it or not, I'm not trying to fucking stir anything up. It is what it is. Then you'll get involved and vote one way, or you keep it the same and keep voting how you always been voting. That's right, San Lifer. I appreciate you, my boy. Armadine says that's right. The 408. That's right, man. They had Emma Purse Park. I seen who was out there. Lazy Boy. Lazy Boy was out there. I seen some clips. He was shooting a video. When I went last year, I didn't go this year, man. I was busy. I didn't want to do shit this weekend, gente. I had to go to a prom on Saturday night in Gilas. I was in Gilroy at the Gardens Saturday night. And Sunday was just church in the morning. I just wanted to max. I didn't have the energy to go out there. But last year, I saw Rico Too Smooth. And I saw RBL Posse at the Cinco de Mayo celebration, And real quick, let me also say this. Stir the pot, maybe not, depending how you see this. But there were some videos yesterday circulating on social media, and it was galachos or africanos. It was just different races, right? And it kind of rubbed me a little bit the wrong way. Not the politics side, because that, again, I don't give a shit about, right? I care about brown and what helps the people. And since it is a two-party system, you're going to have to vote one way or another, whether you like it or not, right? I just take umbrage with either güeros or any other raza, and they were trying to say, hey, if you're Mexican, you can't do this. Wait a second. You're telling me on a Mexican holiday, and you're not even Mexican, what the fuck to think and do? I'll hold. That's the only thing that rubbed me the wrong way. And people should be seeing it like that. Wait a second. Why is one people trying to tell another people what the fuck to do with their holiday? I kind of was looking at that and I'm like, if you know, you know. I'm not trying to get into it, but I was like, well, who are you? You know what I mean? Anyways, that's right, Droops. I appreciate you, cabron. Que onda, lifer and Artie. That's right, cabron. I appreciate you. Gnarly Vato just stepped in the casa. He says, who wants to go to Alcatraz? We'll wrap it up probably with that one. They were turning Alcatraz into a museum, and now they're thinking of turning it into where they put, like, again, the Night Stalker and Charles Manson and the high profile crazy cabrones, the ones that you don't want them around your familias. Let's keep this a buck. You don't want them around your familias. They're thinking of changing that and putting that in Alcatraz. Now imagine you're walking on the main line in Alcatraz. You start hearing ghosts and shit of Al Capone. You start hearing ghosts, Machine Gun Kelly. You start hearing ghosts of all these serial killers from the black and white era days, Sing Sing and all this other shit. That would be crazy. Now it is state of the art though, so it's not looking like CTF Soledad. Okay, it's like a castle. It's like old. It looks like it's sweating brown shit off the sides of the buildings. You can see it right off the highway too when you drive by it. It's not old, it's renovated now. So it wouldn't be that kind of Alcatraz, but everyone's gonna be, putting their Alcatraz old, images up on social media and saying it might open up, it might open up. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, you do need space to put people, man. That's all I've been saying, man. I know right now they're up in Sacramento. A buddy of mine, he hit me up. They're talking about the juvenile strikes, getting rid of the juvenile strikes. I got hit with a juvenile strike. It was my very first case, but that's members only shit. It's gonna be members only shit, and they use that against me too. So, in one sense, I know, okay, if I didn't have that juvenile strike, I wouldn't have had to get what I got off the top. I would have had a lower mandatory minimum, a lower term, right? But then the street terrorism and all the other shit that we're adding, it was crazy. Anyways, So you could do that, get rid of the strikes, but you got to have somewhere to put the youngsters, man. When those youngsters went from the YA over to the juvenile hall, I had a bunch of youngsters that got socked up, man, that were good youngsters. And you know what? Some of them don't bang. Not all of them bang. And when those youngsters came, that's why there was just different places to put the different people, man. This is a higher level cabron who wants to go all the way still. And then you're going to take them to the juvenile hall, close down the YAs, but then you take them to the juvenile hall and they're preying on the little youngsters who fucking just stole a CD. That's crazy, man. So I I get what other and what they need is hugs. That ain't gonna work. But you do need somewhere to put them. When they say don't build prisons, I get it. They're saying just put money more than you do in prisons into schools, but they're not really saying close all the prisons down because where are you gonna put the cabrones? See what I'm saying? All right, you guys, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Let's go ahead and wrap this one up. Have you ever talked to a 4-year-old? Imagine a 4-year-old in the White House. Orale, man. Mexicans always getting across. That's right. Miss Lady Pinks, man. Shout out to her, man. I know the team put a clip out and shit like that. But again, it's internet shit. You're gonna be out here. You're gonna say things on the internet. And you could definitely expect a comment, and you don't have to like it. Que te valga a ti y que te valga to the creator that made it, right? But she wore a hat that said "Make gangsters real again," and I think she came up in the '90s, so that was her generation. Same generation as mine. I was a teenager in the '90s, but that's just me. I think that's what it means. Make gangsters real again. But you're trying to put the youngsters back in Charlie Browns and all that. That's done already. The Charlie Browns and all. Let the skaters wear that now and don't even trip on them. Don't try to bang on a skater and tell the skater to take off the Charlie Brown. That's old shit. They ain't doing that no more. No, they ain't doing that no more. That all died at the millennium, I'm pretty sure. But I'm saying is that let the cholo clothes assimilate to the people, man. Let everyone wear it, and only those with that kind of energy and vibe are really gonna rock it, anyways. They can't rock it the way someone that has that energy rocks it, anyways. It's just gonna be, hey, let everyone wear Charlie Browns. Fuck it, it is what it is, you know. But she had make gangsters real again. Oh man, appreciate that. Nate Gonzalez, that's what's up, man. Daniel Gonzalez, I appreciate you, my boy. He's been a day oneer. Mexicans ain't going nowhere, bro. We're 40% of California. Where are we going, cabron? Nowheres. Quick. Nowheres. Build the wall, stop the fentanyl. Damn, the guy that built my last system in the Cadillac, rest in peace to him, man. He took one of those and he didn't make it. He passed away. That's when I started saying those pills ain't no joke. I don't even know how people can feel comfortable. Once you get a pill inside of you, it's gonna consume you, man. It's not a drink. It's not a smoke. It's not something that it's once it's inside of you, it's doing the worst damage, hitting all the nervous system, your cardiovascular system. It's hitting everything on the inside of you. It's bad, man. And long-term damage, probably too, los pinches huesos, man. Hit the like button for the homie, porfa. That's right, Everlasting Base. Gracias, cabrón. I appreciate you, man. I was brought up to navigate in the mud, but don't get splattered with it. Yeah, most of the properties I sell now, those neighborhoods that I'm at now, they were mud. All those neighborhoods were mud now. You know what I mean?